Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. This is the safe space where we set oppression ablaze. Ooh, as soon as I said it, I said, that's right. I got to come up with a new tag because safe space has been bastardized tremendously. So we're working on that new tagline for the show. We feel free to drop your suggestions in the chat or in the comments. Thank you all so much for showing up and hanging out with your homie today. We've got a cool show in store for you. A lot of heavy things going on in the world, boys and girls and non-binaries. So I think it is apropos that we do take some moments to observe and note and acknowledge the fact that some of our well-known, best-known elite whites in this raggedy ass colony of America are going through some things, okay? And yeah, we do kind of rejoice a bit when our class enemies are enduring some strife and some struggles. Both the Trump family and the Biden family simultaneously are going through potentially what would be a loss of status, some humiliation involved, maybe even a loss of some hundreds of millions of dollars. And kids, you got to love to see it because I know I do. We're going to get into these stories in just a little bit. Plus, a story coming out of the DC area involving police on police violence. Yes. Amazing training these officers are receiving at the taxpayers' dime, but I'll give you those details here in just a bit. Hold on, let me pull up the chat and see who's in here with us. A couple of housekeeping announcements really quick. I want to thank some folks who have ran us some bucks. Patrick S., a very consistent supporter of the channel. Patrick S., thank you so much for your continued and generous Cash App support. Somebody else ran us some bucks, god damn it. Shout out to Ethel. Ethel Venmoed us some support. Thank you so much. Ethel Derek L. Thank you, Derek L, for your Cash App support. And hold on. Wait a minute. God damn it. No. We did get a new patron. Uno momento, por favor. Because y'all know I don't be prepared. It's unfortunate. Um, and this is who? Rob? Thank you. Hold on. Thank you, Rob. Wait a minute. That means we got two new patrons. Oh, shit. Thank you, Rob. Because we had another youngin pledge us some patronage. Patreon.com/BIDWKB is that. Well, god damn it. I done fucked up and misplaced his shit. I'm going to get back to that other patron. But thank you for the patronage. I will shout you out, I promise. Once I get myself together here. Who knows what year that's going to happen, though, so I can't make any promises, no guarantees, but appreciate you nonetheless. Give the video a like and a thumbs up. Aside from acknowledging the supporters and people that just ran the channel some bucks, a quick reminder, this weekend, this Saturday, is going to be our disability support chat. We do this monthly, every second Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to Anna Hart. Shout out to Mama Lorraine. Shout out to Learn Life Abby. Disability support chat is something that we do for folks who are disabled. I am a disabled person. We have other disabled persons in our Fire Fam community. If you're a caregiver, if you're disabled adjacent, if you just need a space to vent, we do a lot of venting, which is great, by the way. I enjoy our conversations very much. The Around the Fire Disability Support Chat this Saturday. I'm sure Anna will come through with more of the details. It will be posted on the community section and in Patreon as well. See the Munzies. What else? The Fire Fam Support Chat. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to mention to y'all. If you live in Virginia, or in Ohio, or in Kentucky, or in Mississippi, or any of the other smattering of states in which an election is happening on today, I hope you got your black ass or your non-black ass out to the polls and voted, because the shit is real out here. The shit is extremely real out here in these streets, especially for people who may in the future require access to abortion care services. Abortion is very much on the ballot, even though it's not formally on the ballot in Virginia. It is on the ballot in Ohio with a constitutional amendment hanging in the balance, though, from what I understand, it is looking very favorable that this constitutional amendment will indeed pass, guaranteeing constitutionally in Ohio that people will have access to abortion care, that these legislatures, these fuck boys and sometimes fuck girls, can't come around and start making laws regulating people's access to their fucking health care. This is what we're dealing with in America, everybody. Absolute incredible madness, and I don't like it. I would like for somebody to come and get me. Who's coming to get me? Thank you, Mama Lorraine. We will take that $10 in the who's coming to get me fund. Who is coming to get me? Yes, support group this Saturday. Thank you so much, Mama Lorraine. Thinking about you, Anna, and the pup. And the pup. They have a nice pup. So anyway, let me go on and get it. Wait, let me say give my shout outs here. Let me say what's up. What's up, Warren? Warren R in the building. Thank you, Warren. Teresa, thank you so much for coming through. Oh, it's Wendy here. And Franny Francais is in the building. Shout out to everybody who came and checked out the Remix Morning Show this morning on Black Power Media. We had a good show. What's up, Schultze? What's up, Holly? Y'all, I am not the I am not like if you watch the show this morning. Anyway, the fact that the Anti-Defamation League was talking shit basically about community movement builders through the slant and the slur of anti-Semitism. Like that shit pissed me off this morning. What's up, Infinite Content? You see that shit? What's up, Latif? Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to our good sister in Court, who is modding and lurking. What's up, Quaker? Thank you so much for being here. I mean, what's up, Emmanuel? I mean, that's the kind of shit, and I'm not suggesting anybody is taking it lightly, but goddamn, like, they be having the leader of the ADL on MSNBC like every goddamn night. Imagine the nonsense, the foolery that would rain down on our CMB comrades if this motherfucker were to get on national television talk about the organization's anti-Semitic. Like, nigga, are you fucking crazy? I'm sorry. That shit pissed me off. You shouldn't told me no shit like that because that shit made me mad. I was mad. Ready Revolutionary was furious. Absolutely furious. Vesper X. Furious, baby. Vesper, right. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Like, y'all, we live in wild times. Wild fucking times. Like, if you thought the Red Scare times was crazy, if you thought all that McCarthyism shit was fucking like, we there. So add Red Scare, McCarthyism, plus super predator crime bill energy of the 90s. Like we are in energy of the 40s and the 90s at the same time. It's bad. It's bad in America. Is Stoner Loner in here? Damien? We need to have a conversation about marriage and citizenship. God damn it. But your country is some shit too. Where are the single brethren of the fire fam who live in a country that I would like to be a citizen of? Not this fucking UK, Canada, goddamn American nonsense. Who the fuck wants to live in any of these places? Obviously, people do, but still, that's because America done fucked up the shit where they live. Ugh, Chichi Macha, I'm so angry. Anyway, let's lighten it up a little bit, everybody, because, amidst all of the very heaviness, obviously, the weight of the Palestinian genocide continues to be felt, I'm certain, by us all. We can look at the utter comedic failures of America and take a little bit of grace to know that Jesus is on the throne, okay? and that will be done. And hopefully karma will come smite the wicked, right? And in this case, I want to say this. Part of the way you can tell that America is falling down is because the institutions are crumbling. Not only have people lost faith in the institutions whatever those institutions may be. You consider it government, you consider it the education system, healthcare system, the institution of the military, national defense, the domestic defense, the police, etc. And people at large are not fucking with one or more of these institutions, right? For a variety of reasons. But what I find encouraging is that amidst all of this folly and empire decline, somehow the elites are going after each other. And maybe that is all part of empire decline, right? And the story surrounding Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, continues to have legs. Now, obviously, Hunter Biden, a person who was struggling with substance abuse and allegedly lied on a form to buy a gun. Where was he trying to buy this gun at? Wilmington. I mean, if Hunter Biden was out here buying coke and crack, he needed that pistol. Like, I don't even understand what the big deal is. I don't even understand what the big deal is. You out here buying coke? Of course you need the strap. Duh. Now his dumb ass thought that he was on the up and up because he was going to the store and shit and fill out the shit the right way. It turned out to be the wrong way. He ended up catching some charges behind it. And then he's allegedly got some deal. And now the Justice Department has appointed this special counsel nigga to look into the shit. And what apparently is being categorized as unprecedented as occurring during the middle of a Justice Department investigation. The special counsel nigga got called today, I believe, to Capitol Hill to testify in front of the House Judiciary Committee. Who is the House Judiciary Committee chaired by? None other than Jim Jordan, right? Trump's boy. Right? Trump's boy. So Trump's boy is on top of this inquiry that potentially, with Republicans hope, will lead to an impeachment of the Biden administration for a variety of improprieties, all of which I am deeply in support of because fuck it. This Jim Crow Joe we talking about. This genocide Joe we talking about. If Joe and his family, by extension his administration as well, his whole presidency, if it is tainted by the scandal of his son doing some ticky tack paperwork, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Put his ass in jail. I don't care what Hunter Biden did. Put him the fuck in jail because that's where he deserves to be, because that's what Joe Biden wanted for us, for all of us, especially us of a certain age. Wanted that for us, wanted that for our friends, wanted that for our family. Joe Biden was willing to put everybody in jail during the 90s, right? The Biden crime bill is what he wanted the shit to be called. So anyway, hold on. So, of course, the only news outlet on top of this Hunter Biden shit, like no other, would be Fox News, right? And Fox News is all over the shit. And I said, all right, Fox, let's see what you got. So let's check out this clip from Fox News, I believe aired on today. And let's see what, I think it's Daryl Issa, the Republican congressperson from California. They had Daryl Issa ass up there. And this is what they're busy doing work-wise on Capitol Hill today. Let's take a listen.
Yes, minutes ago, we see David Weiss now going into the closed-door question and answer session. This is a video a moment ago from inside. Jake Gibson just filing that a minute ago. Closed-door hearing, House Judiciary Committee about the Hunter and Biden investigation. Want to bring in a Republican out of California, Daryl Issa, to talk about this. Member of that panel. Sir, good morning to you. I don't know what you're going to get out of it, but I'll ask you that question in a moment. First, your counterpart, Jamie Raskin's a Democrat out of Maryland. He said this about expectations for today.
I expect we'll learn what we've learned from pretty much every other interview, which is that there's been no political influence or leverage used in this process, and there's no crime.
Well, how do you see it, sir? What do you think you'll peel back today, if anything?
Well, we'll get answer to a question, we hope, which is why would a skilled and almost 40-year prosecuting attorney give a blanket all known and unknown crimes to Hunter Biden in return for a misdemeanor when in fact felonies had been allowed to lapse. These questions and more go to the very question not of specifically was there coordination. We expect him to deny most of the coordination. He'll talk about consultation, but he'll say, no, it was my decision. We want to know why and how you could make that kind of a boneheaded decision. If you get a felony or you slightly reduce, that happens. But the idea that you give somebody a free pass for crime after crime that are felonies makes no sense. And we want answers, and we deserve answers, because you're dealing now with the Hunter crime family, James, Hunter, and some other Bidens, all of whom seem to lead to a president who is now refusing to answer the simple question, will you show us how your brother gave you $200,000 and we don't see any record of your ever loaning it to him? The president is clammed up and refused. That tells us a lot about how important today is.
See, these Republicans are so fucking corny. They can't even get their disses right. You can't even get your joke off right. He meant to say the Biden crime family. This dumb shit said the Hunter crime family. Nigga, shut up. Can't even get your joke off properly. But listen, the point stands. The Biden crime family. Now listen, to be perfectly on, I don't have a fucking clue what these niggas is talking about. James Biden, $200,000. I just assume that Joe Biden is out here being shady and doing what blue collar whites who make it, to the ranks of the elite do. They do what the fucking elites do. They move the money around. They be shaky and shady with it. And their kids get all the benefits of being the progeny of the people in power. Now, do I think that whatever the fuck is going on with Hunter Biden and his prosecutions, do I think that him being the son of the sitting U.S. president had a lot of influence on how he was treated and how he was prosecuted and sentenced or attempted to be sentenced? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is this the business of the U.S. Congress? Should it be at this point in time? Fuck it. Why not? Why not? It's not like the government's going to shut down in 2 weeks. It's not like there's no functional budget in place for the coming year. It's not like all these other business of the federal government is getting done. This is what Congress is choosing to do under GOP leadership. And I got to say, I am here for it. There is not going to be any tangible business of this nation being attended to so long as this issue surrounding the Biden crime family looms large in advance of this election, right? And what is that going to do? These Republicans thinks it's going to score them some sort of political points. All it is doing is hastening the fall of the empire, guys. They themselves, I'm telling you, we don't even have to do anything. Like it's almost like, the hunched over, the 100-year-old person, and they're just teetering at the top of a long flight of stairs, right? Like, you don't even have to push them. The chances are they're going to teeter long enough, they're going to fall down themselves. And this is what I see happening right now to this country. And I think that the fact that the Biden family is enduring this humiliation, this interrogation of their family business, and the influence that Joe Biden undoubtedly has exercised in defense of his son. It's funny to hear the Democrats say things like, oh, he was just being a father. No, he was being a father who had the power and the resources to actually provide defense and protection for his son. A lot of black parents and brown parents do not have that luxury, right? So fuck Joe Biden and him just trying to be a father. No, your son was out here running the fuck wild off drugs and wanted to be a gangster with his guns and doing all kinds of extra shit. There's no question in my mind. Again, to the extent that I can recite any of the details, I cannot, because I don't care that much. But do I believe that Hunter Biden was over in Ukraine negotiating deals, flexing that Biden name over there in Kyiv when he was having borscht over lunch with all them fucking Ukrainian gangsters? Absolutely. Like, make no mistake about it. He is just doing what the spawn of the powerful and the elites have been doing for literally hundreds of years, for generations. He is capitalizing off his father's name, off his father's status, position, and influence, like Trump's kids before him, like Obama's kids since then, right? But what is this going to mean in the end, right? Because we are a year away from an election, and in the same way that the Democrats, it seems, because again, to think that the Democrats don't have any influence on, say, the scheduling of some of these Trump trials is ridiculous, right? Of course they do. Because again, I don't disagree with Trump in the sense that some of this is political. Is Trump a fucking criminal and a gangster out here? Yes, yes he is. Does he deserve some of these charges? No doubt about that. But is the point to charge him with all these things so they hopefully have some sort of resolution before election day 2024? Absolutely. That it would have in the hope that the outcomes would have some bearing on whether or not Trump gets reelected or even gets the nomination. So to the extent that any of this Hunter Biden shit is going to affect Joe negatively, I can't say that because there's a lot of people that are going to show up to vote for Biden just simply because he's not Trump. But if his reputation to those, I suppose, that he cares about, not people like us, Biden don't give a fuck about us, right? Like he don't really care about what the lefties think and those who were the targets of the 1994 crime bill. No, no, no. He don't really care what we think. Whatever passes as mainstream liberalism, mainstream Democrats, the MSNBC viewership, etc. Those are the people that he cares about. And I'm hoping, even though MSNBC, I'm certain, is doing a bang up job of trying to run interference for the Biden crime family, trying to make a nothing burger out of this. The fact of the matter is, you cannot stop this march to impeachment, right? Even if the Biden reputation takes a ding, I'm hoping truly that the Republicans in Congress are able to bring even of course it's going to be somewhat bullshit, no doubt. It's going to be tit for tat. So any sort of impeachment hearings, and of course he's not going to be impeached, Joe Biden, that is, so long as Democrats maintain a majority in the Senate. But the fact that if we can get an impeachment hearing against Joe Biden and it gets to go down in the history books that Joe Biden had an impeachment hearing and he was potentially impeached, that works for me because Biden is somebody who so deeply cares about his legacy. He deeply cares about upholding the status quo in Congress. He's very bent out of shape. That Congress is inept and impotent and unable to do anything. Whereas, when he was in the Senate, they got lots of shit did, right? They put tons of niggas in jail, right? He got a lot done when he was a senator. Yeah, I want all the bad things for Biden, for his family. I'm glad that his dogs kept biting shit out the police. I said, "Go boy, Commander and Major." And I love to see this for us. We get to revel a bit in this. I am going to be reveling at all the legal and political misfortunes that befall the Biden family, and I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it. Ooh, did somebody send us some more money? Thank you, guys. Wait, what am I doing here? Shush, Baggy. Baggy's in here panting. Oh, guys, Bagheera's birthday's next week. What's up, Dirk Bite Hustle? Thank you so much for your super chat support. You said showing some support. Free Palestine. Let's get it. Free Palestine. Hey guys, and you know what? That's actually something I should have pulled tonight and I didn't because I'm a goofball. But thank you so much, Dirt Bike Hustle. I'm assuming that's Baltimore. So we love our dirt bikers. We love our ATV riders out here, even though police be criminalizing shit. It's wild. Like the fact, Bakira, what do you want? You want to come say hi? You coming in? Okay, we'll kick rocks. The fact that like the criminalization of dirt bike culture and ATV culture, especially in urban areas, I find real interesting because it's like, well, niggas can't do shit for fun, can they? Like, and it's like if you don't want the kids congregating in the touristy spot or in the shopping areas or in Towson Town Center, why don't you make a dirt bike track? Why don't you build one right up there at fucking Druid Hill Park or wherever the fuck? Build the kids a dirt bike track. Why don't you build them some garages so they can go over there and work on their bikes and work on their ATVs? You know where the fuck they won't be if they over there working on their vehicles? They won't be in the goddamn streets Well, they will be in the streets riding them shits, but they won't be they won't be out there robbing people or causing that kind of specific chaos. But no, no, no. We get more money for jails. We get more money for more cop cities. We don't get money for shit that would actually benefit and help the youth. Infinite content per usual. Thank you so much for your support, good bruv. Infinite content says MSNBC can't run stories on Hunter right now. You said oops, wait, they're too busy running propaganda for Israel, right? And the IDF. You said no resources spare on Hunter. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be going to Fox News to get the latest on what's going on with Hunter Biden. But I might have to. And don't let that be a reflection of wherever my, political ideology lies. Like, no, fuck that. I will watch Fox News for entertainment purposes only, especially when it comes to bad news about the Bidens. Guys, give the video a like and a thumbs up because we ain't done bombing on the elites because everybody getting some. What's up, my son Tyler? What's up, Big Teal? Thank you guys. Donnie in the building, afraid not. Jersey, what's up? Hold on, anybody else friend says that's fine. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you guys for all that you do. So anyway, y'all. So I was watching another YouTube channel, and a YouTube channel of folks I respect, right? I respect these folks. I ain't got nothing against these people. But the one person was upset, like y'all can't be laughing at Trump. Y'all think this Trump shit is funny? You can't be laughing at Trump. Trump is this, Trump is that. Yeah, Trump is terrible. Trump is a tyrant. Trump is a racist. Trump is a misogynist. Trump is likely a sexual assaulter, serial sexual assaulter. Trump fucks with Kim Jong-un. Trump is terrible. Trump fucks with Putin. Trump is terrible. But y'all, this nigga is hilarious, okay? And I'm sorry if that is a demerit against my character, against whatever you may think about my opinions about things. So be it. I can't deny the hilarity of watching a buffoon such as Donald J. Trump not only get elected president, not only damn near get elected president twice, not only incited insurrection. Now this nigga is Tupac. It's Trump against the world. Trump is fighting cases like this nigga's name is John Gotti. This nigga got cases in New York. This nigga got cases in Georgia. This nigga got cases in DC. This nigga got cases in Florida. And what makes Trump's situation so much more hilarious is a couple of things. Number one, his polling numbers are out of the charts, right? Trump is beating the shit out of all the Republican field for the presidential primary race. I mean, it's scoreboard, scoreboard, like scoreboard, like check the scoreboard. This nigga is up by a lot. This nigga's up by like 5-6 touchdowns. It's crazy. But not only that, a recent ABC poll indicated that Trump is in fact beating Joe Biden in some battleground states. I think Michigan was included there. Michigan, Wisconsin. It was Pennsylvania up there, infinite content. I can't recall. But regardless, the shit is probably way closer than Joe Biden wants it to be. So while Joe Biden is experiencing his brand of familial humiliation in the form of, the legal woes of his son Hunter, Trump himself has been in a New York courtroom battling this fraud trial brought against him by the New York Attorney General. Have y'all seen this nigga in the courtroom talk about how the prosecution is racist? Wait a second. Trump keeps saying the shit is racist, and every time he says that shit, I laugh my ass off. Okay, so this week in court, everybody had to testify. Trump had to testify. Eric had to testify. Don Jr., Ivanka. I don't know if Ivanka got up there yet, but Eric and Don Jr. had to testify. And this nigga, Eric Trump, had the audacity to say that He didn't know about the financial disclosure forms, even though he signed them shits and his name is on it. Eric said he was too busy pouring concrete. And I said, nigga, please. Shut the fuck up. Eric Trump, your ass ain't never poured concrete a day in your prissy little privileged life. The one day when you was in seventh grade, when dad took you to the construction site and made the concrete mixing foreman let you push one of the buttons on the concrete mixing trunk does not mean that you was out here pouring concrete at all these Trump projects. Eric, if you don't shut the entire fuck up. But please, kids, join with me if you would not mind. Okay. Now I know everybody does not find Trump's existence and his outsized influence in the political sphere humorous. And I understand that. Trump is dangerous. Is he more dangerous, in my opinion, than someone like Joe Biden or even Barack Obama? Absolutely not. The only thing issue wise that the Democrats beat the GOP on is that of abortion services. Okay. Republicans and Democrats are lockstep in their support of Israel. They are lockstep in their funding and expansion of the U.S. military, global military state. They're a lockstep in their agreements about funding and putting more police on our streets. So, like, I really don't want to fucking hear. And Biden is also shitting on immigrants at the border, just like Trump. Both of those assholes upholding Title 42. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that somehow Trump is singularly worse than any Democrat, Biden or otherwise. He isn't. He is just a bigger buffoon. He sounds worse because he's saying the quiet part out loud. But policy wise, is he worse? Fuck no. So while we're battling out for battle of the worst, for the lesser of two evils, God damn it, at least Trump is giving us a show. At least he's giving us a show. And the show that he keeps putting on in the lobby of this courthouse in New York continues to crack me the fuck up. So join me if you could. This is Trump, I believe, yesterday in the courthouse railing against not only the gag orders, the unfair prosecution, but the racist prosecution that he himself feels like he's experiencing because of this fraud case. Let's take a listen.
Mr. Trump, you're looking forward to testifying today?
I am. So while Israel is being attacked, while Ukraine is being attacked, while inflation is eating our country alive, I'm down here, and these are all political opponent attack ads by the Biden administration. Their poll numbers are terrible. We show what happened today. The New York Times and CBS came out with a poll that I'm leading all over the place, but it's a very unfair situation. This is really election interference. That's all it is. This trial is ridiculous. The numbers are much greater than on the financial statement. We've already proven that. They said Mar-a-Lago's worth $18 million. Mar-a-Lago's worth anywhere from probably 50 to 100 times more than that. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. These are political operatives that I'm going to be dealing with right now. You have a racist attorney general who made some terrible statements, and we just see some more that came over the wires today. It's a very sad situation for our country. We shouldn't have this. This is for third world countries, and it's very unfair. It's very unfair. But in the meantime, the people of the country understand it. They see it, and they don't like it. They don't like it because it's political warfare, as you would call it, or political lawfare. Another name. I got a lot of names for it. But usually it takes place in third world countries and banana republics. And nobody's ever seen that to this extent. We've never seen it here. But we will go along, and we will hopefully do very well in every regard. We will win the election, and we'll make America great again. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make America great again. But we have to take away from the thugs that we deal with and the horrible people that actually must hate our country to do this. But we will we'll fight very hard for our country. Thank you very much, everybody.
This only happens in third world countries, everybody. Oh, Mr. President, are you saying America's a shithole country? Is America now the shithole that you had called other nations around the globe? Hilarity ensues. Now, even the little coded racial jab towards Trish James at the end, talking about the thugs that are doing this to this country. It's like this nigga is so furious that his black folks prosecuting his ass. And listen, I don't get any specific pleasure out of seeing black women prosecute Donald Trump. Why? Because these same black women will prosecute the shit out of black people. So I mean, it's like, I'm glad they made time to throw one of the elites on their docket of poor folks that they are trying to throw in jail. Yeah, throw one of them elites on your list while you out here trying to corral and criminalize and incarcerate poor folks, poor black and brown folks. Yeah, throw one of them rich whites in there while you at it. So I don't take no particular pleasure in Trish James or even Frawny Willis down in Georgia getting at Trump. But what I find hilarious, well, for one, you can't humiliate Trump, right? Trump doesn't embarrass. Like, and I can actually appreciate that about him. Like, you can't embarrass this nigga. This nigga is flappable. He wears a weave, y'all, like, in a bad weave at that. You can't embarrass this man, right? But where I'm taking some specific pleasure in Trump's situation is, number one, he has dragged his children all into the shit. Eric, Don Jr., Ivanka name all over shit. So if he go down, he taking his kids with him. Gangster. throw the kids under the bus while you at it, Don. Fuck it. If you go down, the whole family go down. I'm with that. I don't, I don't have any specific issue with that. But this is a civil case. This is not a criminal case. And it seems as though the judge has already found that the Trump organization did commit fraud. And only thing that is left up to determine now is what the extent of the fine is going to be. And the number that keeps getting ballied about is $250 million. Now, Donnie has long asserted that he's a billionaire, but he don't want to come up off that 250 million because, like a lot of these elites, man, or people who came into wealth in the last, two to three generations, their shit is not liquid. Like, they're not sitting on cash. They're sitting on assets. They're sitting on investments, right? To the extent that Trump could write a $250 million check to pay a fine, I think he could still do it. He would be feeling it, but not feeling it in the sense that we would have to feel sorry for him, because he would still be shitting on a gold toilet and getting on his private jet at the end of the day. But that's the kind of thing that humiliates elites, right? A loss of wealth. It is why, and I'm not being flippant or trying to make light of, self-harm or anything like that. But you see these stories when rich or wealthy white folks in particular, like, they'll lose some of their wealth, and all of a sudden they have to downgrade from the Lexus down to the Toyota, and they're ready to jump out the window, right? Like, they got to take the kids out of private school, and it's the end of the world, right? Like, they ready to end it all behind that. Like, that's the kind of humiliation that I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not wishing. Well, I don't really give a fuck if Trump self-harms. But my point is, it's that kind of humiliation that I think the Trumps would be facing, right? That potential loss of status, that potential loss of stature. If Donald Trump had to liquidate some of his most valuable, well-known properties, like whatever the fuck he has on Park Avenue and Trump Tower and even potentially Mar-a-Lago or any of his other properties, he would feel some sort of embarrassment behind that. Like, that would be enough to enact some sort of in my opinion, some sort of karmic retribution against Trump and all of his fuckery that he has caused upon people who have worked for him, even to the hourly wage workers that Trump screwed over at his casinos in Jersey, in other places, Mar-a-Lago, whatever, right? So what I take away from the fact that the Bidens and the Trumps at the same time, right, very much in the public sphere, very much in the public domain, are being raked over the coals, so to speak, and still one of them is going to end up being the president next year, which it is such a wild yet decidedly on brand situation for America to find itself in. But even as this country continues to fall down, guys, like, I mean, of course, would we like to have adequate redistribution of the resources so everybody in this country could experience housing, could experience access to healthcare, could get a quality public education? Absolutely. Is that about to happen anytime soon? No. What is going to happen is either the Trumps are going to have to write a big check, or Hunter Biden's going to jail, or Joe Biden is going to face an impeachment inquiry. And even though these things don't directly affect us in our daily lives and our material conditions, if we can mock and take some sort of solace and a little bit of pleasure in the misfortunes and the public humiliation of both the Trumps and the Bidens, guys, the shit is so bleak right now. We have to take our little victories in any way that we can, in any way that we can. If Donald Trump is throwing fits and cussing out judges and shit, and further strengthening his lead and his position as the Republican presidential frontrunner, ultimately, I think that's a good thing for the fall of US, right? For the fall of this nation. Trump getting in more trouble and yet getting more popular it's only going to serve us that want to see America go down, yet reformed into something way better. Maybe it won't even be called America. Maybe we got to call it something else. Because I don't think the United States of America, even as a name and as a brand, can be allowed to thrive in the eyes of God. We take a break. What's up, Alicia? Thank you so much. What's up, Feminist News Network? Thank you guys for coming true, And listen, y'all, this is unpopular opinions. People be like, why you want America to fail? What do you mean? What you mean? Look at America. America's on what, our fifth, sixth, seventh genocide? Like, how many fucking people around the world are we gonna kill or be party to being genocided, right? Women in this country don't have access to health care. Black people in this country and indigenous people and brown people in this country don't have access to freedom and living wages and housing. You have to tell me why you want America to succeed. Like, point to the good thing. What's the good thing? Democracy? Okay. Whatever you say. Okay, democracy. Cool. Anyway. Give the video a like and a thumbs up, kids. Give the video a like and a thumbs up. I can't, like, y'all. I have to only do, What's up, Zenzi Bell? Zenzi Bell, we seen you on EYL stunting on these hoes. You guys, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to repeat it, but you guys go back and watch EYL and see Zenzi's appearance. Zenzi dropped her age on that joint. I said, where? You how many years or where? Where? Stunting on these hoes out here in Zanzibar. I love to see it. You know that. I love it. Give the video a like, everybody. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Let me check my subscribers real quick because I have a feeling we have not hit 4,000. Y'all are not to blame. Clearly, I'm to blame, and that's fine. I'll take that. No, we have not fucking hit 4,000. Ain't this a bitch? 22 subscribers. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to change the subject. Don't forget, everybody, like I said, this Saturday, the Around the Fire Disability Support Chat. If you want to participate, be looking on the community section coming up this weekend or on Patreon, or get at the good Sistren, Anna, Lorraine, and Learn Life Abby, please and thank you. Was there something? Was something else I had to tell y'all? I don't remember. That's fine. So let me get to this last story. And this story has developed a bit. And it flared up really quick, and then it simmered down really quick. So this week in the Washington area, in Fairfax County, Virginia, to be specific, which is in Northern Virginia, early morning, there was a story about a barricade situation at an apartment complex. There was a very large police response. Fairfax County police went out that bitch deep, right? They were showing the pictures on the news. Large police response. Man reported to be barricaded inside of an apartment. Another person reported to be dead. Police are searching the apartment, trying to clear the building, blah, blah, blah. Well, it did turn out that somebody was barricading themselves. And it did turn out that somebody was dead. And the two persons were both U.S. Park Police. Now, U.S. Park Police patrol the national parks, right? Y'all might should know that. In the DC area, however, there are a number of roadways, heavily traveled highways that are under the purview of the US Park Police. One of those being the Baltimore Washington Parkway, which takes you right from New York Avenue in DC all the way to downtown Baltimore, right? 295. The George Washington Parkway on the Virginia side is also, I believe, under the purview of U.S. Park Police. So Park Police in this area are the fucking police, right? They not just they're not the park rangers out here. They are the goddamn cops. In fact, they have killed people. Most notably, this beautiful, beautiful South Asian man. His name was Bijan Gazar. He was an accountant. He was tragically murdered by U.S. Park Police several years ago. His family have been fighting relentlessly to try to get justice for him. But the park police are the police out here. They are as dangerous as other police agencies, right? So in this case, on this particular morning I'm speaking of in Northern Virginia, a cop was killed, and it turns out that he was killed by another cop, and both of them happen to be U.S. Park Police. And I want us to go to WUSA 9 in DC to sort of pick up the story from there. So let's take a listen.
Good morning, Wisdom. Well, I'm waiting for answers from the Park Police on several questions this morning having to do with the background and training of the officers involved before one of them shot his coworker by mistake, according to police. And police say that alcohol is believed to have been a factor in this incident, but police say it happened in the apartment building behind me. There were 4 people in an apartment, and 3 of them were off-duty park police officers when a 22-year-old officer was shot and killed. And we're learning more information as the day goes on. But police say 25-year-old Alexander Roy shot and killed 22-year-old Jesse Brown Hernandez. Fairfax County Police used the term dry firing. They say Roy was trying to, quote, dry fire the weapon. They say dry firing means pulling the trigger on a gun when it's unloaded, but it turned out that it was loaded. Roy is now being held at the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center on no bond. He's facing a charge of involuntary manslaughter, and Park Police so far has given us a statement saying the agency is aware of the incident and focused on supporting the family, friends, and coworkers of our employees involved in this tragic incident. And this morning, I'll be checking on when Roy is expected to appear in court because he is being held. And of course, many questions for Park Police about how these officers were trained. Park Police operate for safety and security on federal lands and federal parks. We have a substantial Park Police presence in the D.C. area, but they are stationed across the country. So I have a number of questions on when weapons are given to these officers, at what point, after how much training are they allowed to bring them out in their private homes, and what is their policy on that after what's happened here in the apartment behind me?
Excellent questions that reporter has prepared for the U.S. Park Police. And guys, I wanted to bring you guys that story again. We don't revel in the loss of life or whatever, I guess, but when our enemies take each other out, it's like, well, damn, I didn't even have to do nothing, did I? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that these cops behave in such reckless ways with the public, and that they behave in such reckless ways with each other, it should be a clear indication that there was something innately rotten within policing culture. Now we know this, right? The institution of policing founded on, fugitive slave catching. Again, there's no way that this institution could ever be right, just, or, actually um um being able to wield justice in a fair way for all the public, right? There's no it's impossible for police to do that simply based off its foundation. But there's something the matter here where these young officers, the accused is 25 years old, the victim 22 years old. If you have any experience with guns, we've talked about this sometimes on this show. One of the first rules they teach you about gun safety is you never point a gun at anything or anyone that you don't intend to shoot, regardless if the gun is loaded or not. Because why? You never know if the fucking gun is loaded. You should assume that it is loaded. And if you are wielding a loaded gun, you probably shouldn't point it at a person and pull the trigger, right? That's part of the reason I was so furious. Again, with not to be switching subjects too much, but the whole Tory Lanez Megan the Stallion thing, because he pointed a gun at her that he knew was loaded and he pulled the fucking trigger. What the fuck what did he thought was gonna happen? She was gonna get shot, right? She could have been killed. Same thing with this. Alcohol was involved. Wow, wow, wow. So U.S. Park Police officers get drunk and they pull out their guns and they pretend to shoot each other. Jesus Christ. And very quickly, this young officer was charged with involuntary manslaughter, denied a bond, as you heard there in the package. I did find it curious that the police were quick to put out the statement that this was an accident. I mean, sure, we can look at it on its surface as being an accident. But if it were an intentional shooting, if there was some malice behind it, I think it's a little premature to say that it was an accident, because this nigga could have been mad at this nigga, at the other nigga, right? He could have shot him because he was pissed and drunk, right? I'm always very dubious and skeptical when police come out with a very quick explanation. Why? Because police lie. Okay, they lie all the time. Usually the first story that comes out is the first lie, right? That's the first lie. They gotta float that one out there to see how that one tests. Oh, the people and the public are calling bullshit. Hold on, let's retool this lie. Okay, let's edit this one. Okay, let's put out the second lie. Right? So the fact that they're saying it's an accident, I have to assume it's a lie because the cops lie about every fucking thing, right? But it seems that there was a real quick resolution. The guy was arrested, he was charged, he's being detained. Case closed, nothing to see here. Well, I think there's actually a lot to see here. About the culture and even how police deal with each other. We've seen this even here on this platform. I've done stories about police using their position to sexually harass and in some cases assault even their own coworkers, right? There was something about power and domination that they are not even able to view themselves humanely, right? So this is not a training issue. Like there is of course these young people were trained not to dry fire, not to point guns at anyone, least of all your coworkers, and pull the trigger. This is about who they hire. This is about the kind of psychological disposition of the hires of these police agencies. And again, circling back to the age of these of the victim and the perpetrator, these police departments are so, according to them, short staffed that it sounds like they hiring any fucking body out here, right? Listen, Fire fam, I don't recommend it unless you down bad, right? If you down bad, you might could go be at the police out here and get you a nice little signing bonus and everything. We would have to, you'd have to be, trying to disrupt police operations from the inside for us to still fuck with you, of course. But if you needed a steady gig and you needed a quick signing bonus and some benefits, I wouldn't be terribly mad at you, but you have to be a force for disruption on the inside. Much like this person. No, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Shut up. That's not nice, Kim. That's not nice. But anyway, I wanted to share that story with you guys because there is something the matter with the people really in this profession. All of them, even the ones who claim to join in order to reform the system from the inside, in order to do some good in the community. No. Everybody knows what the police do. Everybody knows the power that the police wield. And everybody knows that by and large, whenever police decide to turn bad or violate people's civil, constitutional, and human rights, by and large, they are permitted to do so. And anyone entering into that institution who doesn't know that, number one, is lying to themselves. But I think that a certain type of individual, in a predatory kind of way, knows that uniform and that badge and that gun give them dominance over the rest of us, and they count on that. That's something that they look for. They get high off that. There's a boost there, either in ego or in status or whatever. And you can't fix that. You can't rein that in. And when that kind of attitude and that kind of mindset rears itself and even claims one of its own, we could just point and be like, see, we told y'all the police is fucked up out here. Anyway, gang, hope you like that or didn't like it. Well, I don't know if it's to like or not, but regardless, I'm finished. I got to get out of here. I want to thank you all so much for showing up and for doing what y'all do, for being Fire Fam. Oh, we have a community announcement really quick. Because young Will, hey, young Will, the world is yours. Hey, young Will, the world is yours. Young Will, put a shirt on, Will. Young Will. Will is out in these streets, y'all. Y'all know Will is a teacher out here, but Will is also, dare I say, an organizer. I would say so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Will is an organizer, community organizer, and there is an event happening in Baltimore this Saturday that Will would like to tell us about. What's up, Will?
What's up? What's up? Oh, tell you about the event. Oh, hey, how y'all doing? Um, so
Look at you.
I
You look
am.
nice. Hold on. You looking nice, Will. You looking like kind of looking like one of the Bob Marley children. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? You looking like
Ziggy.
Rohan. You looking like Steven out here. Yes, Lester
I was looking like a
Jara.
sub today. That's what I am.
Rastafari. Yes, I and I. Looking nice. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You know I had
Thank
to
you. Thank you.
objectify you real quick. My
Appreciate you,
bad.
G.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I was just saying that. So I am an organizer with Tubman House Baltimore. Um, it is founded by Eddie Conway,
Mhm.
and basically it was to start feeding the Gilmore Homes area because it's a food desert like many of the areas in Baltimore. And so we just been doing work. We started a community garden, just giveaways in different various forms. And so now we, after COVID and all that stuff like that, we feeling like the best way to serve the community is we deliver groceries to people's homes. So we're looking for drivers for that and just to overall contribute. Um, so this Saturday is an event um, that we have. I'm going to be on the panel as well. Um, just, talking about Tubman House and sharing stories and different things like that. And just kind of exposing ourselves to the community and building and just connecting and trying to show our faces more and just make a real impact. And it's not going to be just us, Tubman House. It's going to be a bunch of other organizations in Baltimore that are doing, just whatever we can, because that's really what it's about, doing what you can. It's not about, y'all need to do it like this or you need to do it like that. It's just contribute what you can. And, if everybody contributes, we should be fine. So we're doing an event at Nomu Nomu, which is also a great space for people who, share some of the interests and thoughts and things like that we do. So it's this Saturday. I just want to invite y'all personally. And, if you are in Baltimore, on the 11th, come through, holla at us, say what's up.
Will, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this. Would you or one of the organizers want to come on remix this week? It would have to be either Wednesday or Thursday, and it would be in the 9 a.m. hour.
I'll put it in the chat and see if somebody is going to be up
Yeah,
with
if you
that.
guys want to, talk about the event and talk about, the issue of food insecurity and food deserts in Baltimore and the need in which you see and how Brandon Scott ain't shit, and neither the Mosbys, you know. So, just go on there. I mean, anyway, I know this is impromptu. We're just doing this just now. But yeah, I mean, I would like to extend that invitation if somebody would like to come on to the remix and talk more about the event, but talk about the issue more broadly.
Okay. Yeah. I'll talk to my group, and thank you for that.
Of course.
I'm thinking like, I'm like Thursday. I'm like, I'll be in school, so I don't know if I could do it, but maybe I could work something out. But yeah, so we doing that Saturday.
You're going to teachers lounge, nigga. You a teacher.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna do it with my class. I'm like, y'all
That's
say what's up.
fine. Yeah, I don't care. You can't put them kids on the internet without their
Nah,
parents.
yeah, they gonna be like, yo, we ain't signed up for that.
Right.
But yeah, so come through. Just wanted to give y'all a little preview. I'm gonna talk about it a little more hopefully on during this week. But
yes,
salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all always. Always love.
People want to send support. Do you guys have a some place where people can send support?
Yeah, I'll put the so we got a LinkedIn. We actually no, we don't got no LinkedIn. I'm over here looking at my fucking LinkedIn. I'm like, we got a link. No, we don't. We don't have no fucking LinkedIn.
That's what they're tweeting, Mr. Will.
We got a
link tree
Instagram page.
Oh, Instagram.
And I'm about to put it in the chat. And then from there, there's a link tree, not to be associated with how to contribute and how to sign up for volunteer days and just to kind of keep our phone number or anything like that if you want to reach out. So yeah, I'll put that in the chat right now. But yeah.
Oh shit, the ladies, you can reach out to Will with his phone number.
That ain't my phone number on there, but you can reach out. What's up? What's up? That's all I'm saying. What's up? All right, but I'm about to put that in there. But I appreciate y'all, and I'm literally about to do it now.
Thank you.
So love y'all.
We appreciate you, Will. We appreciate you being a brother for the community out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You an upstanding brother out here. We appreciate what you do.
I appreciate y'all. Just trying to do what I can. But y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna let Kim finish the show. And yeah,
show done. Thank you, Will. Thank you to Will. So yeah, guys, check that out. Maybe we can have somebody again join us on the Remix Morning Show to talk about Baltimore. Baltimore will always be a very special place to be. I was born in Baltimore. My mother's from Baltimore. And Baltimore gets a bad rap, y'all. It really does. And Baltimore gets shit on by elected officials, its own elected officials, and the state elected officials. They do Baltimore so wrong out here. So I appreciate brothers like Will, organizations, like what they doing over there at Gilmore Homes and Feeding the Community, and other groups, obviously BAP Baltimore and the AAPRP, like PACA, like they be doing it. So thank you to the organizations and to the groups and to the folks who put feet on the ground and food in people's hands, because the city ain't doing it. So anyway, that's my show, y'all. Y'all be safe. Be easy out here. We will see you back here Friday afternoon, evening, roundabouts. Like, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Again, if you want to support the channel, do so. Patreon.com/BIDWKB. And BIDWKB, that's our Cash App, that's our Venmo, and that's PayPal also. PayPal.me/BIDWKB. I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting to tell y'all. I don't know. Keep hope alive. Free Palestine. Up with hope, down with dope. I don't know what to say. Anyway, y'all be easy. Take care, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning on the Remix Morning Show, Black Power Media. On behalf of Will and Molly, love you guys. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Deuces.